Hey tubers, welcome back for another adventure. I'm actually preparing for an adventure. Tomorrow looks like it's going to be a double header. Tomorrow morning is the yard sale at Stormville, garage sale at Stormville. Stormville is a local airport, well, not too local, half-hour away airport, that twice a year they have the spring and the fall garage sale where all the local folks bring everything to there. There's typically 500 to 1,000 vendors. The weather looks a little dicey for tomorrow morning, so we'll have to see how it goes. And I call it a double header because I also have a quad deal cooking. I'm getting the old truck ready. This was pushed in from having that bike hang over the side, the all-terrain vehicle hang over the side. Looks like it popped back out, so maybe that's a good thing. These are from when I was loading that diesel, that military diesel on it. The edge of the bucket caught it. That time the truck was really overloaded because my tractor is able to lift about 1,500 pounds, and I couldn't fully lift that generator, and then I loaded in the back and took it out there, so that was a heavy load. Yeah, I just went through it. The after Stormville, this thing might be going up to New England, so we're looking at a lot of miles. I checked the oil and just checked over the engine. It all looks good. A few preps I do when I go to such shows. I bring my wheels along, both the dolly and the cube box. The dolly, I mean, I find a Honda 300 EX motor at the garage sale at Stormville, and I have to hike with it, a quarter mile or something. I'll be in very bad shape the next day. It's much easier to just rope it up to the dolly there. The cube box, that's obvious. This is the other dent on the truck. I was leaning over to get something out, and pot belly pushed that one in. Yeah, this truck is 3.5 years old now. It has 26,000 miles on it. It's really been a good truck. Just the way the tires are wearing. I mean, true. Really, it's been good. The only thing I wish it had intermittent wipers. It doesn't. It is high, low, and you push it up and you get one movement. You don't have intermittent automatically. And I wish it had a temperature, outside temperature, on the display, to tell me if it's 75 or 80 degrees out. Preps for the market. I bring a backpack just in case I get there too early and I have to kind of be Mr. Incognito. Well, Mr. Incognito is not wheeling a cart like that, right? If Mr. Incognito is attempting to get away with wheeling a cart like that, you're not very clever. So I bring the backpack for that purpose. Obviously, you always want to bring, rope and plastic, packing material, blankets, umbrella, gloves, just in case the truck gets into trouble, jumper cables. I don't anticipate that. I brought the wrench and sockets just in case I do get something that's big and I have to take the wheels off to get it into the back. I also found that bringing an empty box is really handy. A lot of times I make multiple trips to the car because I've bought like sockets or wrenches or pliers or something heavy, a power tool perhaps. And it's really nice to be able to just pop those pieces into the box rather than put them on the seat or lime in the back or whatever. I find typically it's easier with the box, and quite honestly a lot of times with the box it helps me segregate what I bought from one market to the next. And unloading the truck, when I take the whole box out at once, it's handy. Back to the truck. So I bought this thing once again 3 years, 42 months ago, so let's call this a 42-month review. It's got 26,000 and change miles on it. Gets 25 miles to the gallon. Been a good truck. It's two-wheel drive. Been very, very happy with it. Automatic. There were times where I wish it had a bigger motor, right? Because I'm trying to charge up a hill with a heavy load on it. But generally speaking, even with the load on it, it keeps up in traffic. Some folks commented about the load when I had these on. These things weigh somewhere around 400 and change each. So having the two of them on there, I was not overweight. Having that one hang off the back, it wasn't hanging that far off the back. I probably, even if I got stopped, I probably wouldn't have had any trouble with that. Where I would have had trouble though, the one that was sticking off this edge here was blocking my mirror. I couldn't tell what was going on with the tail here, and that made driving a little bit annoying. The two carts, the two quads in the back made it so I couldn't see out my rear view window. My passenger side window was fine. I could see out that one, but I really couldn't see out my driver's side window. So I had a tendency to kind of stay in the right-hand lane, keep the speed down, and so forth. So I don't know if anybody's ever got a ticket for, I think it would be called obstructed sight or something like that. It was well, it was out far enough. I mean, with the tires and all, it was, you know, it was out quite a bit. I was obviously careful going through toll booths and so forth, not to wipe out the poor guy in the toll booth or catch it on the booth and tear the whole thing off there. So there you are. Yeah, I kind of hate rushing Stormville, but my wife has been scheduling up my weekends with, you know, birthday parties and, you know, such things. And the only way I'm going to be able to hit Stormville and get this deal for the quad going is I have to do both things in one day. I normally don't like doing that because Stormville itself is a pretty tiring experience. I put a lot of energy into shopping that market, and then to drive for hours, pick up a load, and then to come home heavy with tired. That does make for a long day. So I'm going to be paying for it on Sunday. Anyway, so this video should go up today. I'm not sure what you guys are going to see tomorrow. And in the meantime, I want everybody to go out there and buy yourself a quad. A new one though. Save the used ones for me. And save particularly the used Honda ones for me. So go buy yourself a new quad. And I want you to keep your feet down, keep your heads up, and get out there and enjoy each and every day. Bye now. See some of you at Stormville maybe tomorrow. It is going to rain, so it's dicey. You know, it's really dicey. They say the rain's supposed to be over, you know, 4 or 5 in the morning. But if that slips for a few hours to 8 or 9, or even, yeah, if it slips to 7, you know, then you have people who don't show up. If the whole thing turns into a mud pit, it won't be much of a good time, that's for sure. All right, anyway, take care, folks. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye now.